Okay, this is my second video testimonial, and I'm so grateful that Mr. J was willing to join me. And we're going to talk about a little bit about the Expecting Parent workshop that him and his wife, Bridget, joined in July, and they just had a new baby, and he can tell you a little bit about that. But I actually met Mr. J because he's a children's musician. And so if you're interested in learning from him, because he's so very talented, he'll let you know how you can get in touch with him. But for now, welcome, Mr. J. I'm so glad you're here.
Thank you for having me, Mindy. I'm glad to be here.
Thanks for being here. So let us know, when was your baby? Tell us a little bit about when your baby was born and how old he is now and how things are going.
So, sweet baby James, as we like to call him, James Shea Hirado, was born December 9th at South Miami Hospital at 6:09. Um, that puts him, I think, coming on a month now.
Yes.
And it was a really, really wonderful experience at South Miami Hospital.
Great.
He's a
A
healthy
little plug,
baby.
a little plug for South Miami Hospital. No, just teasing.
Yeah, no, everyone was really nice. And, you know, everything is special now because we're still in the middle of a pandemic.
Yes.
So kind of jumping back to the expecting parent course, it was really a phenomenal experience for us, because since we've been so isolated, it gave us an opportunity to connect with parents and with Mindy as such a wonderful host, and to learn some really valuable skills, but at the same time, really feel like you're part of a community and, give a little bit of a support structure there at a time when you're very much,
Alone.
alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's interesting because when I've been doing classes for parents, not obviously, before COVID, and I didn't even think in terms of how that would be another layer of benefit to coming to the expecting parent class. I appreciate you bringing that to my attention because I have a baby, but she's 15 years old. So I haven't been pregnant in a really long time. And that was a really helpful point to bring up, that just coming, even though it's a small group, just feeling like you were a part of a community, that everybody was going through the same thing. And during our first session, we do get to connect a little bit and share a little bit about what you're looking forward to and excited about, and maybe what's, any kind of fears or anxiety coming up for you. So that makes sense. And I appreciate you sharing that with me because I hadn't really thought about it that way. So
Well,
you shared a lot of information. You knew the exact time and everything when sweet baby James was born. Look at you. So I know you probably don't have a lot of time because you're home with sweet baby James, and I know mom is with him right now. If you can remember, if not, it's all good. But if you can remember one of the strategies or techniques or things that we talked about during any of the three classes that we met, that you felt really helped you, either before you had the baby, while you were having the baby, or even now after, if you're willing to share
y-
anything that
yeah, of
resonates.
course, of course. There was so much good information and strategies and kind of backing up that I had known about you and your wonderful school and the conscious discipline, which was something I'm still eagerly looking forward to learning about and taking. But in your expecting parenthood course, it was really phenomenal to kind of get some strategies as a father and a husband that we can do during the pregnancy, because so much of the um burden falls on the mother, all the physical stuff, that the giving of the birth, the carrying of the 9 months, the soreness, like there's so much that she goes through that we're not really able to kind of help with until you gave me some strategies, of things that we can do to really be there for mom during the pregnancy. That was really helpful. Also, I really remember, you got into a little bit of the I love you rituals with the baby, and how you were really promoting being present. And one thing that immediately was really helpful when the baby was born was that you were, kind of explaining about how you are the best entertainment for your baby, the way that you modeled, you know, coming in close so that they can see you really well, and, you know, being really expressive and just being there. And something that I probably wouldn't have done is just kind of dictating what you see happening,
Ah,
what's happening, talking to baby a lot. And,
yeah.
you know, so I've taken that and I've, you know, I've added the singing in
I'm
there.
sure. I'm sure. Well, I don't think you have any problem entertaining your baby, but it sounds like for you as a dad and a husband, the class helped you realize there were things that you could do even before the baby was born to help mom. And so that just shows what a gift you are, Frank. I call you Mr. J because that's your stage name, but really, what a gift you are to realize that there are things you can do to help mom, and that you took the importance of being present when your baby is born and to notice and describe what's going on. So to be talking to your child, someone like you're going to be singing and talking to your child all the time. And you're also very comfortable with children, but another dad or another mom or another parent who, is not used to being around children and doesn't know the importance of talking and singing to their children, this class can really help you understand the importance of that. And talking about the I love you rituals, which is from Conscious Discipline, and Dr. Becky Bailey wrote the book. It's like the best thing you can start doing with your children the day they're born. And so I had you all practice together with mom and dad or the parents doing the I love you ritual. The more you practice before the baby's born, the more likely you'll be willing to do it once the baby is born, because it's hard to remember all the stuff, right? Especially when you haven't had much sleep. Thank you so much for sharing. And I'm so glad that I got to see pictures of your baby and connect with your wife during the series, and that I got to be a little part of your journey so far. I do hope to be more a part of that journey with you as you continue to be on this parenting journey, because it really is something that can be extremely stressful and difficult and just have a whole negative feeling around it, or it can be something that is so empowering and just such a gift to know that you get to wire your child's brain for more success, and you're doing that now. So thanks so much for sharing this with me. Is there anything else you wanted to add besides hopefully a little song at the end? But anything else you wanted to add? Are you ready to break into song?
Well, just that kind of what I had touched on before was that I had known about you through the school and through Conscious Discipline, but that also I do a lot of children's parties and events at schools, and I've seen firsthand a lot of, because I've done events that are from students and families that go to your school, that
Yeah.
grow with us. And I told my wife from the beginning, even before we were expecting, that, this, the kids from this school and the Conscious Discipline, there's really something to it and we need to get on that. So,
Yes, yes,
you
it's
know,
so true. You really can see a difference. I get a lot of clients because they see people at the park and they're like, "What is your children, how are they doing that? What are you saying to
yeah.
your children?" And they're so well behaved, they're so willing to share, and they're so kind and respectful. It's like, "Oh, Conscious Discipline, Mindy Becker, Grow With Us Academy." So yeah, and you're able to see it really on the front line because you're so used to seeing groups of children, and you can really see the difference when we raise our children consciously and focus on the social emotional piece of the human, right? Versus all the academics. But anyways, all right, lead us out. So Mr. J, how can people connect with you? Because you never know who's watching this. They may want to hire you for something.
Yeah. So if you look in the mirror and say Mr. J 3 times with the lights on, no, just kidding. So my company is Jam Tree Studios, and you can find us on Instagram or jamtreestudios.com. Or if you're on any of the mommy forums, if you ask about Mr. J or parties, people usually like to give me a little plug. Um,
Awesome. And I'll
and
make sure I put that link in this somewhere. I'll have my person who helps me because I'm sure I'll do it. I don't know really what I'm doing with all this stuff. So I will make sure your name is somewhere around this video. So when
thank you. Yeah.
people connect with you, because you are just so talented. And I love your, what was the book and the CD that I got from you? I'm
Thankful.
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 Oh my gosh. And I use that with children when I was teaching kindergarten. So not even pre-K, for cleaning up, and they loved it. They wanted that song every time because you have a really cool cleanup song on there,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah.
we do our same cleanup song that we've done for 10 years. And then I got your CD and I
Do you do
played
my
it.
cleanup song?
And yeah, when I was teaching kindergarten, we did, well, now I'm kind of closed. So, I mean, I
Yeah,
do
yeah,
virtual
yeah.
and
Mhm.
stuff, but but very different, but it's the kids. That what I'm saying is even the older children were super into that. So it's not just for early childhood. The kindergartners love that song. So,
I'm so
um,
happy to hear that. I'm glad you got to rock out to it.
yeah, I love it. I love your music. So it's all such positive messages and it's so fun and your voice is beautiful. So let us go with the lead us out. What, how do you say that?
Yeah, lead us out. Okay, so
Yeah,
I'll just do like a little snippet of that thankful song, which is also a sing-along book.
great.
And this is one of the pages that's for the moms. So I figure expecting
Oh,
parents.
how cool. Oh, brilliant.
Thankful for all that you are. Thank you for being so strong. I'm thankful you care for me. Thanks for being there for me. Thank you for being my mom. And the chorus is, I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful. And this is a nice little mantra you can do. Maybe if you're changing baby's diaper and he's screaming, it can be a nice soothing
Yeah.
for you and baby. I'm so thankful. Let's hear it, Minnie. I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful.
Yay! Yeah, that was beautiful. It brought a tear to my eye. It was so beautiful. I haven't heard live music in so long. But what a beautiful message, because you know what? I'm so thankful for my mommy as well. And I'm 46 years old. So those of you who are going to be new parents, know that your baby will thank you one day, especially if you come to the expecting parent class. Which starts next week. So I wish you all well. We'll give some more information. Thanks again, Mr. J. Wishing you and mommy and baby well, and I will see you soon.
See you soon. Thank you for having me.